Tuesday, September 11th, 2001, started normally for most people. The sun rose, children got on their school bus, and adults went to work just like any other day.
It was a beautiful day. It was a gorgeous sunny day, kind of very, very similar to the kind of weather we've been having around this time of year.
At 8:45, the first plane struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Just 18 minutes later, the second plane cut through the South Tower. Around the country, millions of Americans were witnessing the largest loss of life by a foreign attack on American soil. Vincennes Mayor Yochum was a firefighter at the time and had a drywall business. He was on his way to a drywall job when he heard the news.
And the owner there said, hey, have you heard that a plane just flew into the World Trade Center? I'm like, no, I hadn't heard that. I just had left home, and I can remember thinking, boy, I can't imagine what that is on those firefighters, the challenge and everything, thinking that a plane hit that building.
The unknown of why this was happening left many Americans feeling upset and afraid. Vincennes University President Chuck Johnson was working as the director of the full-time MBA and Master's program at Purdue's Krannert School of Management. At this point of the year, the semester had just started at Purdue. President Johnson talks about how the silence was deafening in the lobby where he worked after the first images began to come out.
All of a sudden, it just was a hush that just kind of went over the entire room. And as people started to come in, they picked up on it, and they saw that something's not right, something's going on here, as people were just crowded around these television sets looking at them in complete silence. And a lot of shared glances across to people as people saw others that they knew, and kind of the common question you had in your head was, what's going on? What's happening here? Like a lot of Americans at the time, I felt both a sense of anger and a sense of concern. If this could have happened like this, what else could be happening? What else could be planned that we don't know about? I remember there was a lot of concern about, will my family be safe? What else might they be targeting? And then anger that we need to pull together as a country and really address this threat on our nation.
Despite the tragedy, what came in the following days was a country coming together to heal. Mayor Yochum reflected on how the tragedy brought the Vincennes community together to help the families affected.
The fire department, actually, we set up, and the police department set up roadblocks and collected money for the firefighters in New York. And I forget the amount of money that was raised, but then a group of firefighters and police officers went out and delivered the money to one of the fire stations for the spouses that had lost their loved one in the...
In the 20 years since that tragic day, a lot has changed in America. One thing has stayed the same: joining together in solidarity to honor those lives lost and remembering the sacrifice of the first responders. Reporting for First City News, I'm Hunter VanHouten.